The irrepressible Kerry Altiero is back with us in the 207 Kitchenette Main studio. He is the owner and chef at Cafe Miranda in Rockland, the author of the cookbook, The Best Comfort Food on the Planet. Thank you for coming in, sir.
Well, Rob, it's great to see you.
Yeah, what are you going to make for us today?
Well, first thing we're going to do is sort of lasagna. And why do we call it sort of?
Tell me.
I'll tell you the whole story. But you could buy the cookbook, but we'll give it to you right here for free.
Keep it concise.
Okay, we'll do it concise. So, in my experience, I really dislike making soups and lasagna. Soups we'll get to another day. But lasagna, because you have to do all the layering and the sauce and the meat and the cheese and all that stuff. So, at Cafe Miranda, we do a lot of things that we call sort of, so we aren't held to exact authenticity. You know, we do a lot of heart,
yes,
maybe not authentic. So this one's pretty simple. So we have this huge wood-fired oven, and you can do this at home in your regular oven. And this is what they call a pan, but you can use any oven-safe casserole. This one's carbon steel. So we're going to do one of the essential things to a lasagna is the red sauce, which we call latex. Why would they do such a thing?
That does not sound appealing.
It doesn't, but it's funny that we were opening Miranda, my co-founder, owner of Miranda the dog, Evelyn, we were talking about how are we going to paint the dining room? And the first thing any good Italian kid does when they go in the kitchen is you put on a pot of sauce. So the place smells like home, right? That's what we do. So I put on the sauce, and then I took it off the stove, and I put it in the tub, and I'm labeling it. And we're saying, should we do it latex, or should we do oil-based in the dining room? And I wrote latex on the tub. I went, oh. It's latex. So 30 years later, here we are with latex.
He still calls it latex. Don't do that at home.
And this here is our fresh pasta. This is eggs from Bowden's Eggs Farm.
Looks
local
nice.
stuff. And just eggs, salt, and semolina flour.
Yep.
And then we have the various cheeses. So everybody wants the ricotta and their lasagna. You say, why is this laying over here? It will be revealed soon.
You like lasagna, it's just that you're not keen on preparing it, correct?
Yes, and the whole casserole, and then it bakes for 4 hours. Like, I'm actually too lazy.
Yeah, I was going to say, you just don't want to do all that work, and I don't blame you.
I am the hardest working, laziest person on earth, Rob, because I'm not going to do it the hard way. I want to get done and get out. Go do something fun. Anyway,
Ride your motorcycle.
Yes, we should talk about that. You've been out this year?
I have not.
Oh, it's still a little too cold.
As we speak.
Cold.
All right.
Okay, so Romano cheese, which we shred ourselves.
Yep.
This is provolone, or provolone, if you're from Jersey. Right? Provolone. Prosciutto. Anyway, so we'll get to the prosciutto later.
Yeah.
So we have the shredded mozzarella and the provolone. We're going to push that down. We're going to add some bay leaves, or basil leaves. And I leave the stem on it because next time you pick a leaf, bite the stem. There's a lot of flavor in there. And when you cook it, it's cooked.
That's a good tip.
Okay, so next part is folding this over, leaving a little exposed for that little, avant-garde kind of thing. Okay, so then we have a little more of the aforementioned latex. Now don't cover everything up because you want your guests to see how beautiful your creation is. Then we put a little more cheese on the top. And then what we do is we have some spinach here, which we're going to, and you can use all sorts of greens. You can use kale, you can use spinach, arugula, excuse me.
I have no idea what that was about, but I don't want to hear. Just keep going.
Well, greens, arugula.
Proceed.
There was a, whatever. When you have to explain the joke, it don't work.
Well, was that an achu joke?
It was something like that. So then we have this marinated baby spinach, or juvenile spinach as they called it in the 80s when it all came out. Remember the 80s? Raspberry vinegar, walnut oil.
We've talked about the place you had that had the hanging plants with the macrame. Keep going,
yes.
keep
okay,
going.
So this is the dish.
Time grows short.
Did you see how that was?
That's all there is to
That's it. I mean, that's it.
All right.
And you throw that in the oven, like so, and through the magic of the TV here, I'm going to make the sound of a creaking oven.
Yeah.
Oh, don't burn yourself, you moron. Okay. La-ti-da. In 15 minutes, you can have a thing that looks like a lasagna, call it sort of lasagna, have your friends come by and tell them Rob sent you.
Lasagna for people who don't like to actually make lasagna.
But love to eat it.
The recipe's on our website. Go to the 207 section of newscentermaine.com or our News Center Maine app. You will find more information about Cafe Miranda in Rockland, run by Kerry Altiero, and you'll, of course, find the instructions on how to make your own sorta lasagna.
Ciao.
Stick around. We are going to be back with more right after this.